Hey podcast listener, this is the THC Foodie, where you can get the scoop on the business of THC infused foods. If you'd like to learn more about what we do, check out the THCFoodie.com and IceCreamPrivateLabel.com. Today we're talking about the business of saving money and time. Manufacturing frozen dairy or non-dairy products is not as simple as measure, mix, and freeze. Listen as we talk about some of the questions you should be asking yourself before you get started. What exactly do you do?
What I do is I help individuals that want to learn how to make a dairy or non-dairy frozen product. I help them with everything from formula to how to manufacture, if manufacturing is right for them, or if it's better to find a co-packer to do it for them. We talk about packaging, label requirements by the FDA. We talk about the ingredients. We talk about who's their customer. Is their product that they're designing geared towards their customer? And so in that example, I would say that somebody wants to sell to families, but they want to make a champagne sorbet. So I would suggest that we may want to look at that to see if that's the best product for the target market that this individual has. So we'll talk about why is this product important to you. We're going to also talk about the manufacturing process, timeline, budget. Where do you want to sell this? Do you want to sell it direct to the public? Do you want to sell it to the buyer of a retail store? Do you want to go into independent health stores? What are the classifications of the product? Is it important that you're going to be vegan, non-GMO, gluten-free, all natural, kosher parve, and organic? We talk about the pluses and minuses of those classifications. We talk about the suppliers, where they're located in the region of the country, and the kind of customers that the region, every region of the country is different in the appetite of the consumer for when it comes to a ice cream, sorbet, non-dairy, yogurt, whatever. So that is what I help people with. I tell you, I've been doing this category of business, and the category I mean is a dairy, non-dairy, frozen category. I've been in the food manufacturing business for over 30 years. So during that path, I've done just about all the disciplines required in that industry: purchasing, commodities, equipment. I've put manufacturing facilities together. I've worked with inspectors from the Department of Agriculture. I've worked with engineers that design manufacturing facilities for food production. I've talked to buyers on the sell side. I've talked to, ingredient suppliers, packaging suppliers. So just about every discipline in the industry, including building a retail ice cream shop or coffee shop. I've done all of these things numerous times. And I started this business, Darryl's Ice Cream Solutions, about 3 years ago. And what happened is, over the last eight, nine years, I was seeing a pattern of calls that I would get, cold calls from people, and the question was always the same. I have a product that I make at home. All of my friends and family love it. I've been making it for a variety of years. People keep telling me that I should be selling this at a major grocery chain. And so I am interested in learning how to get a product from the concept that I have or from my kitchen onto the retail shelf or into the mouth of the public. And this I didn't get once in a while. I have this all the time. And in thinking about it, I did not know of anybody that would be offering service that would be the liaison between the corporate America manufacturers, dairy plants, ingredient manufacturer, packaging manufacturers, and the individual that doesn't know anything about the industry other than the fact that they have a product that they want to sell. So there's a complete disconnect between the person that wants to start the business and the people that are there available to help them. And in the case of many consumers, they said, I have this ice cream that I really want to, it's really a good product and I want to sell it in the grocery store. I've called a variety of dairies in the area and none of them call me back. And they and their comment to me is, don't you think they want my business? My reply is typically, not necessarily, because most of the folks I talk to are startups. They don't have committed sales. So although this may be a big business for an individual starting up, and let's say that they have 5 flavors of ice cream. If I was to tell them that the minimum order requirement for a manufacturer was 4,000 pints per flavor, that number would stymie them. Why don't they do 100 pints of each flavor? And that's because the cost involved in starting up a dairy plant or a freeze facility, the minimum requirement that the dairies require are going to be larger. And so one of the things that I think disappoints people early on is to understand that the most enthusiastic person in the room regarding their product and startup is them. Without stifling the idea, what my job is to give folks opportunities and choices in how to launch their business.
The most excited person in the room is me. And I'm the most excited about my product. And I think it's new. I think it's something that's never been done before. But it's probably already been done. Is that right?
It could be right, but I don't think that matters. What I tell startups is that there's been many successful vanillas after Ben & Jerry's vanilla. So if somebody believes in their product, then they're the inertia behind the product.
Do you have a product or business you want to share? We want to know what you have to say. Leave us a comment on our website at thethcfoodie.com or on Twitter at SafeTHCFoods.